Have you ever experienced that moment where attraction instantly vanishes? It's called the ick, and it's far more than just a passing mood. It's your brain performing an involuntary safety check. Before we dive into the neuroscience, let's establish what we're talking about. The sudden, overwhelming sensation of repulsion towards someone you were recently attracted to. The ick is defined as an instantaneous, visceral loss of romantic or sexual attraction, often triggered by a single, seemingly minor action or characteristic. Think about it. Maybe it's the way they chew, the use of a grating phrase, or an unappealing piece of clothing. These micro-behaviors become instant deal breakers. We've all been there. One minute you're head over heels, and the next, they do one tiny thing and you're physically repulsed. On the internet, we call it the ick, but in the lab, it's actually your amygdala sounding an alarm. The ick often hits right after the initial dopamine-fueled honeymoon phase ends. When that rush drops, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, wakes up and starts noticing the flaws it was previously ignoring. In evolutionary terms, our ancestors needed to spot subtle signs of poor health or low social value quickly. That tiny ick is often your subconscious detecting a deep value mismatch or a lack of biological compatibility. Interestingly, the ick is processed in the same part of the brain as physical disgust, like smelling spoiled milk. It's an involuntary, built-in, safety-first mechanism designed to shut down attraction before emotional investment deepens. If you experience the ick, give it 48 hours. Is it a transient ick, just a reaction to a bad mood or a minor inconvenience? Or is it a permanent ick, indicating a fundamental flaw or lack of respect? The gut check is crucial. If the ick is tied to their character, like how they treat a waiter, it's a valid intuition. If it's tied to something minor, like their socks, it might be your own fear of intimacy subconsciously acting out. What's the most irrational ick you've ever had? Let's swap stories and experiences in the comments below. The sudden shift in feeling occurs when the brain rapidly overrides the initial chemical attraction with newly perceived, negative information that signifies incompatibility. Let's look deeper into the biological root of this instant repulsion. It's a rapid neurological response designed to protect you. The brain's limbic system, particularly the amygdala, is responsible for rapid threat and incompatibility assessment, scanning for dangers long before your conscious mind registers them. This is a primitive protective mechanism overriding romantic interest. When the ick is triggered, the brain effectively flips a switch, prioritizing safety and survival over the continuation of attraction. Ultimately, the ick serves a crucial role in safeguarding your emotional and sometimes physical well-being. The evolutionary purpose of this instantaneous repulsion is to efficiently avoid unfavorable mates or situations that could lead to negative outcomes or resource depletion. It's a masterclass in identifying subconscious red flags. The ick signals a fundamental personality flaw or a lack of compatibility that your rational mind might have overlooked. What specific triggers can lead to such a dramatic and rapid switch in feeling? Micro-behaviors are the biggest culprits. These tiny actions or habits, often signaling a lack of self-awareness or deeper incompatibility, act as the final catalyst for the ick. Sometimes the trigger is pure sensory input, a specific sound, sight, or smell that leads to immediate and irreversible aversion, bypassing any rational thought process. The ick is a process of cognitive dissonance resolution, when new negative information clashes with strong initial attraction. Your brain constantly adjusts its internal reality model. When newly registered negative information fundamentally clashes with the initial attraction-based positive assessment, the ick rapidly forces a cognitive recalibration. The quick resolution of the ick suggests that the initial attraction was a, quote, misread. Your brain corrects the error swiftly to prevent investing time and emotion in an incompatible partner. So how should you view the ick after understanding its biological basis? The ick is essentially a powerful function of self-preservation. It is your most intuitive defense mechanism against incompatibility and potential heartache. Respect the ick. It's your brain signaling that something fundamental is misaligned. Trusting these signals ultimately leads to better, more compatible relationship choices.